Welcome to CaseWareVids for IFRS Financials. This quick vid will demonstrate how to begin working in the notes to the financial statements and reporting by directors paragraph knowledge libraries. I will demonstrate the features that are unique when you are creating alternate notes and directors paragraph formats. The general concepts are the same in all the libraries, but please see the quick vid knowledge library overview for a conceptual overview of the knowledge libraries and the quick vid creating alternate formats for statements for additional information on the knowledge libraries for statements. Please note, this quick vid will not cover detailed formatting options and features. This demonstration will show the 3 steps necessary for successfully working in the notes library. The first of these is going to be to review the caseware content and select the content you would like to make available to users. Second is going to be to create your own unique firm content if necessary. And third is going to be to set the content you would like to auto-generate by entity type. In the Notes Knowledge Library, Caseware has included numerous suggested note formats that you can use as is, you can modify, or you can use the library to create wholly new notes. I will first review the Caseware content that is included out of the box. This is done by selecting the Select Available Content button, or alternatively, you can access this from the document drop-down. Within the Select Available Content dialog, you are brought to the Knowledge Library Index. This index is designed to allow you to easily view and find particular notes. When working in the Notes library, you will be continually referring to the Knowledge Library Index. At the top level are significant accounting policies and notes to the financial statements, which contain the base note examples. Also at the top level are generic notes, which contain many blank table types you can use. Opening and closing each of these areas will show or contract additional branches. Let's create an example of how one would review caseware content. For this demonstration, I need a property, plant, and equipment note with a table. I know that property, plant, and equipment notes are assets. I locate the property, plant, and equipment branch, and then the notes with tables. Once at the lowest level, content can be reviewed by placing my cursor on the notes and reviewing it in the Preview Content window. Please note the checkbox must be selected in order to review the content. Using the Preview Content window, I can review the first table and decide this note table needs a little bit of modification to meet my needs and requirements. I then look at the other 2 tables and decide my users will never need these tables. Using the checkboxes, I can select whether content should be made available or unavailable to users. Unselecting the checkboxes will make notes as unavailable at the engagement levels, and users will never be able to see them in the Knowledge Library Index. I can now move on to step 2 after successfully reviewing the content and deciding which content should not be made available to my users. I'm now going to begin step 2 and create a unique customized note format. Selecting the button Add New Firm Content, or alternatively, accessing it from the document drop-down. The New Content Specification dialog is used to decide where in the Knowledge Library Index a new note being created will be placed. The titles Area, Heading, Topic, and Subtopic correspond to the different branches of the Knowledge Library Index. In this case, I know I'm creating a property, plant, and equipment note, so for Area, I select Notes to the Financial Statements and continue down the items. I use the drop-downs to place my new note accordingly in the Knowledge Library Index. Please note, a customized structure of the Knowledge Library Index can be created by adding new areas, headings, topics, or subtopics. Once satisfied with the selections, I provide a name for the notes in this quick vid. In this case, I will call it Quick Vid Demo Note. Selecting OK will once again show the Knowledge Library Index. Use Expand All and Collapse All will expand or contract the index. The index is now going to be used to select which note example I'm going to use as a base for my new property, plant, and equipment note. Even though I am making a property, plant, and equipment note, I don't need to base this new note on an existing property, plant, and equipment note. I can use any note in the whole index. However, because in step 1, reviewing the caseware content, I wanted to modify an existing property, plant, and equipment note, I will use the tree as shown before to locate this note. Selecting the appropriate radio button for the note I wish to modify and clicking OK will insert this note into the knowledge library. This note can now be modified using all the tools and features found in Financials to meet the specific requirements necessary. Even though I added only one note, I am able to add as many custom note formats as required using the method just outlined. A very powerful feature to point out in Financials lets you easily create a new note using a combination of existing notes. For example, right-clicking on the heading QuickVid Demo Note, if I select Knowledge Library and select Insert Note Under, I am once again shown the Knowledge Library index. In this case, I would like to add some text to this note. Using the Knowledge Library index, I locate Property, Plant, and Equipment text notes and select Valuation Method and Amount and select OK. Now located at the bottom of this QuickVid demo note is some additional Property, Plant, and Equipment text. Please see the help on sorting to learn how to sort the note components. Now that I have reviewed caseware content and added new firm content, I can select the content I would like to auto-generate based on the entity type selected by my users in their client files. Selecting the Content to Auto-Generate button or accessing this from the document drop-down will open the Set Content to Auto-Generate Entity dialog. Please note, it may take some time for all the notes to generate in the dialog. Once the dialog is generated, you will notice there are several checkboxes arranged in lines corresponding to each note. Each checkbox in a line represents a different entity type. Holding the mouse over each of these radio buttons will display the entity type associated with it. For example, you may select to make all private limited companies and partnerships generate the newly created Property, Plant, and Equipment note in their financial statements by checking off these appropriate checkboxes. Once you've completed your selections, click OK. I have now completed all the steps necessary for successfully reviewing, creating, and setting content to auto-generate in the Notes libraries. Selecting the back button will return me to the financial statement options. Please note, the steps outlined here can also be done in the Reporting by Directors paragraphs. Thank you for watching Caseware QuickVids.